We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding and bring it out here. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. For we all like figgy pudding. For we all like figgy pudding. For we all like figgy pudding. So bring it out here. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Good morning, beautiful people. I don't see anyone in the chat, but I suppose I have to give you guys time to get up. Oh, I forgot to mute the second screen. So I suppose it shows you the lag there is between the computer and what I have in front of me. And that's one of the reasons why whenever you guys write something down, it seems like it's taking me a while to see it and reply to your comments. But at the same time, there's a delay between what I see and say and what you guys see online. There's like always like a 15 seconds, give or take. Well, Sunday morning, I already had my coffee because I got up early this morning. But I'm still tired. There's still a few things left to do before Christmas. I even had a breakfast. I don't have a breakfast too often. It wasn't the best breakfast. Ritz and cheese. Cheese is always good. I love a good brie cheese. Even if I don't cook it, my girlfriend keeps saying it's supposed to be cooked so that it melts on whatever you want to eat it, but I just like it straight up. So we'll wait a few seconds. If nobody joins, I suppose I'm not going to be here for too long. I was having a chat with Thomas from Life in the Valley, and he was saying that he saw the game warden um, while he was ice fishing, and I asked him like, did they give you shit, or everything was fine? It's like, no, like, I mean, if you stay legal, they got no reason to bother you, just doing their job. And I agree, that's the way it should be. And someone once told me, well, they have to look tough because they have to impose a law. Um, I agree to a certain point, but if you do nothing wrong, there's no reason why they should become bullies in front of you. And I have seen it happen. It happened to us. Was it 2001? Not 2001, 2021, or maybe even before, maybe 2018. Anyway, I was driving. I was a driver. I had my seatbelt on. I had no rifle. I was not the second shooter. I was not the main shooter. My brother was sitting behind me. He had a seatbelt on. He had the rifle in his hands. It was not charged. My dad was sitting next to me. Same thing. We all had orange all over. I mean, orange jacket or shirt, orange hat. The only thing is, my hat was not on my head at the moment. It was right in front of me on the dash. And this lady, forest ranger, decided to give us shit. Apparently, that's just the way she is. She's been like that to everyone that she sees. She's trying to look like she's the boss. And let's just say that you go in the woods bothering hunters, a bunch of men with rifles. It's not the smartest idea. And I'm not doing a threat. I'm just saying that someone out there might be a bad person at some point, and something might happen. I don't know. Like, I just feel like you have a job to do, yes, but why do you have to be such a bitch about it? And to tell you the story about what happened, so they stopped us. So I stopped, put the Jeep in park. So her colleague goes on my dad's side, start checking. She comes on my side, start checking me. Do you have a rifle? No, I'm not hunting. So she looks at my brother in the back. I mean, he has a 30-30. The rifle was open. There was nothing in it. He had the bullets in his hands. My dad had a magazine in one hand and a rifle in the other hand. She looked at me and she's like, "Where's your hat? Orange hat?" I'm like, "It's right there. You can see right in front of me, like literally a foot from my face." She's like, "You're supposed to have it on your head." I said, "I'm in the vehicle. I don't need to have it on my head until I get out of the vehicle." She's like, "Well, you're hunting. You're definitely going to forget it if you get out of the vehicle." I looked at her and I said, "Look, ma'am, I'm not going to jump out of the vehicle in front of two guys with rifles in their hands. I'm the driver. Once they tell me that they're done shooting and the animal is down, I'll get out. I'll have plenty of time to put my hat on my head." My dad looked at her and was like, "You're all dressed in green in the middle of a cutting, bothering hunters. Where's your orange colors, bright colors?" She replied, "Well, I'm not hunting." I looked at her and said, "I'm not hunting either. I'm just a driver." So she made my brother and my dad get out of the vehicle. She examined my brother's rifle, whatever. Okay, fine. You want to do what you got to do? I'm okay with that part. She checked my brother's hunting license. She's like, "Okay, you're Patrick, and second shooter is Donald." And my dad is like, "Yeah, Donald's me." So the second forest ranger, her colleague, was checking my dad's license. He checked his license. He's like, okay, so I have Donald Arsenault here. He's hunting with Patrick. So, no problem. You're good to go. And just be careful. Stay safe. She's like, no, wait a second. I want to see his license. The guy was like, I already checked his license. He's clean. She looked at him. She said, to her own colleague, she's like, I said I wanted to check his license, and I want to check his license. He's going to wait until I go there and check his license. Like, why do you have to be such a bitch? I mean, I'm kind of hoping at some point that she will listen to this live stream and listen to what people say about her. She can be the best person, the best human being outside of work. But there's no reason to be a bully when you're working as a game warden or forest ranger or whatever you want to call it. We were 100% legal. I had my seatbelt on. I had no rifle in my hands. I was driving. I was all dressed in orange. I had my hat on the dash in front of me. Obviously, I'm not going to run out of the vehicle in front of two guys with hunting rifles. And I mean, they had their hats on their head. They had orange vests. Everything was legal. Like, if I was working with her, I would ask to be changed or I would quit my job. What's the point in having someone with you if you don't trust the person that's working with you? I don't know. I suppose that there are bad apples in every job. It's the same with police officers. It's the same with doctors. It's the same with nurses. It's the same with pharmacists. It's the same with school teachers. There's good people and bad people. And unfortunately, it just sucks that you don't have a place where you can complain and, have things change. My dad is in the woods very often. In the same weekend, or was it in the same week? Could have been in the same week, but in a very short period of time anyway. He got stopped. He was stopped 9 times by the forest rangers. The 9th time he looked at them and said, like, okay, you probably have my phone number on hand, my address. You probably know it by heart by now. You know who I am. I don't even need to show you my paper. You've seen it yesterday. You've seen it this morning. You've seen it 2 days ago. You've seen it. Like, okay, I get that you have a job to do, but I mean, this is the 9th time you stop him in less than a week. Can you give him a break? I mean, at that point, it's almost like harassment. It's like, okay, you can move on now. Go see someone else. Well, nobody's in the chat. I'm not going to stay here for too long. If nobody joins, I've got 6 people watching. Nobody's really saying much. Yesterday we left early to go do seems like every day we have a few more things to buy for Christmas shopping. So we went to the grocery store, not the grocery store, to the hardware store, Walmart. I think my girlfriend has to go again. We have a little Secret Santa gift exchange with the kids. And every time she goes to the mall, someone's with her and she doesn't want to buy anything unless she's alone. So I told her, like, you kind of have to go today because tomorrow we have funerals and we're doing the gift exchange on the 24th in the morning. So that would be Tuesday. We won't have time to go tomorrow, and Tuesday it's too late. So she kind of has to go today. I'm going to have to go to the grocery store, buy some carrots. I already have the potatoes. I have to get the chicken out. We're going to start the chicken soup Tuesday morning after or before we exchange all the presents. Propane going in the greenhouse, minus 12. It's minus 13 here, I think. from what it was telling me on the Weather Network app. I didn't go outside yet. I have to go this morning. I'm gonna have to go feed the animals soon. Um, I want to do that before I go take a shower because not only is there a chance that I get dirty, but it gets cold. So if it gets cold and I'm freezing to the bones, I can go take a nice warm bath and warm up a little bit. Good morning, Marilyn, and good morning, Dave. Thank you so much for stopping by. I was feeling all alone here. Nobody was chatting. I've been here for 15 minutes talking to myself. So yeah, we went to Walmart. I had to buy a new scraper shovel because the one I had has a broken handle. I also what else did I get? One of those small scrapers for my windshield. And what else? What else? Did I get anything else? So there was this like little farmers market inside the mall. Well, it's on pretty much every Saturday, but we figured we'd go for a little walk just to see what was going on. And we bought some Christmas cookies and some soap, homemade soap. And then later on, we had Christmas cookies decoration at my sister-in-law with the kids and their friends, and it's always fun. My almost 2-year-old niece has been using the icing pretty much all the time we were there decorating cookies, and she's like, "No, not done, not done." Already Sunday. Saturday went by so fast. Yeah, way too fast. But that's life. The older you get, the faster time goes by. I feel like it was just yesterday that we had the last Christmas, and it's already in 2 days. And we'll wake up in a few months and be like, can you believe we're already in the spring? Because whether we want it or not, December is kind of like the only month I can actually have a little homesteading break. January is going to come very quickly, where I'm going to have to do a little inventory of all the seeds I have. I doubt that I'll be missing anything, but, I have to double check anyway. And minus 14, animals want water. The water's going to freeze at minus 14. Kevin Hawthorne, good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Good morning. Thank you so much for stopping by. 40 years ago, I was at Stonehenge for a winter solstice. I've never really been anywhere else at this time of year other than home. So yeah, I'll be doing a seed inventory, see what I have, if I'm missing anything, and then comes February, it's almost time to start. Well, it will be time to start planning. So it looks like a lot of time, January, like a whole month to do my seed inventory. But keep in mind, I have to do some videos. I have college that will be starting again. Work. Winter's going to be here, so there's going to be a lot of shoveling, taking care of the animals. There's not too much time there. I'm not going to have too much time on my hands. February is going to be planning time, see what I want to grow. I know I want to have more carrots than I did last year. For some reason, last year it didn't really work out. I'm going to have to find another way. might plant carrots at the community garden and plant some other things here. We'll see. I managed to grow zucchinis and squash here last year for the first time. I think I figured it out. Same with tomatoes. Although my greenhouse, last year I removed the plastic from the greenhouse because I didn't want it to break. I arrived in the spring and all the metal rods were all like weak because of the snow and the melting, and I had to solidify it, fortify with lumber. And as soon as the first snow arrived, I figured this year I'm not going to remove the plastic. I'm going to leave it there. I solidified the greenhouse with some lumber, and well, first snow, everything fell down. So I'm pretty sure in the spring I'm going to have a lot of damage to fix, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fix it. So I might have to build something from scratch. And I also have the old temple shelter that I want to do a little greenhouse with. Now, I don't know. I don't even know how I'm going to be able to do it. I don't even know if I'll be able to do it. Might need a few pallets to make it stronger. And that's the thing. The greenhouse, I have it facing east in a way. So the sun only hits on one side, which is okay. But that means that on the northern side, I need to put more lumber, to put more, to frame it a little better, especially on that side, since the sun's not going to hit on that side at all. There's no reason why I can't just use the one side of the greenhouse. If I make this side strong, even if the sun comes from this way, it will still catch the plants on that side. So that will be a project for spring. 40 years ago, I was preparing for my first Christmas, Dave. Yeah. I was preparing for my second Christmas. I finished my seeds inventory Friday. I don't need more seeds. I don't need more seeds. I don't need more seeds. Marilan, you know what's going to happen, especially since you're not going to the conference. You're going to have a little bit more money on hand, and you're going to be like, well, you know what? I think I should buy some of those. And I think I should buy some of those. And then you'll look at the catalog and, oh, well, you know what? They're on sale. I'll order some of those. Good morning, Thomas. The first 15 minutes, I was talking pretty much to myself. I was explaining the story of, the little chat we had this morning about the forest ranger. I was telling the story about how we have one around here that's literally a bully and bitch. I have a small list of seeds, 80% seeds from saving. That's pretty cool. I bought some seeds last year. The Gete Okosamin squash. It was basically around $15 with shipping and price of the seeds and all of that for about 12 seeds, 13 seeds. So basically it's about $1 a seed. Well, I saved my seeds, so I have about 100 now. So is that $100 worth of seeds? I will be sharing with some good friends. Seeds in Alicia's department we used is Alicia's department. We used to have one like that here. That's why we would hide the truck in the barn at night. Yeah, there's always that one person in every environment that just wants to be the boss and show that she means business. But we have the same problem with a few police officers that even if you're not doing anything wrong, they'll try to intimidate you, trying to show you they're the boss. I bought some seeds last year. Yeah, last year wasn't as bad as it was years before. Well, in terms of money, okay, I'll give it to you. I bought a lot of seeds, but in my defense, they were on sale. I got them for $1 a pack. In my defense, it was only $1 a pack. And I even bought some seeds from Giant Tiger last year at 25 cents a pack. There's no defense. Well, it wasn't like full price. It's not like I paid $3 a pack. And, I have this here. It was a sample from Rambo Seeds because I'll be selling for them. I'll be selling seeds for them. So all of this was free. I didn't even open it yet. I need to open it though. But there's for $35, there's 20 different types of seeds. See, so I'll open this and do a little inventory of what I have here. And from what I can see, the Rainbow Seeds I have are doing a lot better than some other types. So I will go with Rainbow Seeds from now on, especially since they're local and, I can sell seeds for them, do advertisement for them, and so on. This year I plan on putting a food plot by the back pond along with pumpkins and all the plants that need a lot of water. We used to grow them in the swamp when I was a kid, and they were huge. That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is a great idea. I don't think I have anywhere on my property here where I could do that. I could do that on my dad's land in some spots, but I'm afraid that if I do that, bears will be drawn to my pumpkins and I might lose everything. So that's not going to happen. Although I want to start planting wild edible plants. Stinging nettle, the ones that Jane brought me last year at the conference. I planted them on my dad's land. I went again in the spring, in the fall. I'm still half asleep. I went again in the last fall. Well, a couple weeks ago, actually, when we set up the rifles before we went deer hunting, and I went up there to check on the stinging nettle, and I couldn't see anything. So I don't know if an animal ate them, or if they just died, or if it was just a cold that made them die. I remember going there a month later, and we're still there. So I don't know. Maybe they'll be back in the spring. Hopefully, I plan on building a little cabin stand thing back there once I get the pond dug out more this spring. Cool. I have a place where I can go bear hunting. The guy is allowing me to go on his land. He told me I could build a little stand if I wanted to, but the only problem is they clear cut the land maybe 15, 20 years ago. So all the trees on the property are way too small to make a stand, to make anything at all. I know next to his land is Sarah's property, and Sarah also allows me to go on his property for bear hunting if I want. So I might try to find a place where I can actually make a little stand, even if it was on Sarah's side, but I could park on, the neighbor's side. I want bear meat. I'll need meat because I didn't get a moose. I simply got a little deer. I'll be running out of meat pretty soon. I didn't get much grouse. We already had the last fish yesterday, pretty much. We'll need to go ice fishing as soon as we can. It'd be nice this year if I could go ice fishing at Mount Carlton. I know they have some nice spots there as well. I think I need to buy my trout license though, which is not a big deal. I mean, it can be done. I just wish I had like an ice fishing tent. I don't need anything fancy like what Thomas has, but just something that I can at least sit and stay warm. If it can, um, stop the wind from hitting me, it would already be a little bit better. I want to build something 8x8 and 18 inches tall. Have like a tiny house up top. I can stay for a few days and hunt. Be good for deer, bear, coyote, wolves, all that. 2,000 acre nature reserve right behind me. That's awesome. Hey Darren, good morning. How's it going? Long time no talk. You've been busy. How's the freezer coming along? You've done your chickens, you've done your pork, you've done your beef. I don't think you were lucky enough to get venison. You didn't get your deer, but you had a lot of moose meat from Bridget's hunting trip. And I'm still waiting for that video to come out, by the way. Did it come out and I missed it? I don't think it did. Amazon has nice little pop-ups, like hadn't just got one for $130, I believe. It's in this video trying to upload. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I might get a few gift cards on Christmas, so we'll see. That'd be nice. The fifth freezer. I got 4, and I was supposed to get a 5th one. I'm still waiting on Serge to let me know when I can go pick it up. It might be too late now. Maybe it's already gone. Plus, he was giving me a free stationary bicycle. All right. So what are your plans for the day? Last minute shopping, last minute cooking. My boyfriend talked about another freezer. I told him no. Why not, Marilyn? Why not? If you can fill it up, even if it's just temporary, I feel like you kind of, not that you would need one. I get that you're just, you two, but no place left, no need. Okay, well, I'm just saying that if it was just temporary, it wouldn't, well, I mean, it's kind of, I suppose, to pay $500 for a freezer to just use it like 1 month out of the year, it's kind of pointless as well. But I enjoy having a few more freezers. It's giving me time. When it's harvesting season, you have to harvest, you have to cut everything and prepare, clean, and whatever. I could just put everything in the freezer and get to it to can it later on. That's not that bad. We have 5 here, 4 with stuff in them, and 1 is when we do chickens and fish and that. Yeah, so you have 5 and there's only 2 of you, or you have one of your grandparents living with you. There's 7 of us here, and 4 is enough, basically. If I got a moose this year, I would need more space. My boyfriend is doing broth today, canning it. I'm doing gift wrapping and other things, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing any canning at this point, since I know I'm not going to get any more meat. I mean, we might get some some wild rabbits at some point, but it's not going to take enough space in the freezers. We have a few more things to wrap. I have to get the chicken soup ready. Well, at least buy the vegetables that I'm missing. I have some turnips here. Carrots, it will take too much carrots for the amount of people we have. I might put some zucchinis in the chicken soup. I mean, nobody will even notice that it's there. I did rabbit stew at tallow yesterday. I have to prepare the grit for the chicken and the wild birds. Wild birds. Yup, freezers are full, and also just sold 2 of our young female cows. Okay. So was that more of a money thing, or more of a space thing, or more of a changing the breeding line thing? There's 4 of us here, but we share a lot with family too. Okay, well that's cool. Sharing is always a good thing. You reach a tipping point with the cows. Yeah, it might just be the point where you wanted to get. When you said it was a 5-year plan, I think I remember you saying that it took you, or it was going to take you a little bit more than 5 years, because of the one cow that did not want to get pregnant, that turned out to be pregnant in the end. But are you at that point where you're going to start, switching animals to keep a decent breeding line? Alyssa has been doing 30-40 jars of tallow a week. She's been making creams and stuff. She also sells in bulk to a fry truck. She gets all the stuff to do it from the butcher shop for free to do it. Nice. That's something that we don't really think about. I could probably go to the butcher and tell him, hey, like, I want pork fat. If you remove the pork from the fat from porks, put it aside and give it to me, and I will can it. Even if I give him, like, I don't know, $5 for a huge bag, it would be a way for him to get rid of it. It would be a way for me to get some for very, very cheap. There's always a way to use it. Yes, we have this year. We should have 3 babies, so 1 for us and 2 for sale probably. Well, that's awesome. If you can get to that point, you will finally start. I don't know if it's going to get you even on the money side or get you ahead a little bit. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to feed them compared to the amount you can sell them for, but it's pretty cool. I'm glad you guys finally got to that point. Yeah, what else am I going to do today? Probably going to go get dressed at some point. It's been snowing yesterday, and I didn't really clean up properly around the rabbit's hutch. So that's probably going to be something else I'm going to do. Take the shovel, the old one, and go clear a little path around them, just to be sure that if something happens that I can walk to them, because if I don't do it now and we get like 1 or 2 storms, it's going to be tougher to remove all the snow. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do today. There's no hockey today. We don't have anything planned per se. Hey, CB. Cougar Homestead, thank you so much for stopping by. Any plans for today? Ooh, little heartburn. We were talking yesterday. Well, I was talking to one of the coaches from another team down south. Well, down south, south from here, but only 45 minutes away. The team that we beat last week, it was a pretty tight game. We beat them once, they beat us once. So I consider ourselves, pretty much at the same level. I think they're a little bit stronger than us when they have all their team. But then again, we didn't play to win. Like, we played everyone equally. So if we play, I think like our starting lineup is stronger than theirs, but they have more depth. So depending on how things go at the regionals, we might be able to beat them. And they went to play 2 games against 2 teams that were very, very strong last year. And apparently they have a lot of new players, and they pretty much have to start from scratch. And they crushed both teams. So it's giving me hope that we might be able to get some medals this year. I'm not saying we will, but we're stronger than we were last year, and those strong teams from last year are a little bit weaker this year. So it might be easier for us this season. I have to finish a table and paddle and make a little wooden bear today for Christmas presents. Yeah, you're talking about paddle. That's something else I wanna do. I want to buy something else. I want to buy. I want to start doing those paddleboard. I went fishing last year with Mallory and Gaetan and Marie Chantal and Kevin, and it was a blast. And Anthony's been telling me that he's been doing the same thing as well. So I could go to the beach on high tides if the tides are not too rough, get on my paddleboard and just go for a little drive not too far from the shore and reach even further. And it'd be the same thing for bass fishing. Although not 100% sure how I would make this work. I'm pretty sure a bass could probably hold me if he decides to go with my line and go crazy. So I would have to find a way to put a weight at the bottom, or make sure I have a knife near that if it's hauling me towards the large, like I have a way to cut the line. But it'd be fun. It would be fun. Even if I decide to go to Petit Rocher like I did last year, go do some mackerel fishing, I feel like it was fun. I'm not too brave on water when it comes to those things, but it's still, the more I go with my life jacket, the more I get used to it, the better it's going to be. And I just had like the one paddle, you have to paddle on one side and then switch hand and go on the other side. I want to have like the one where you can just go on both sides at the same time. That's going to be something that I'm going to be looking at with my income taxes refund. Let me know for that. Take people with you too. And yeah, well, I don't have the money to get one, so I would do the next best thing, I guess. Get a paddle board and just go have some fun. Shawnee Grows, hello, Shawnee. How's it going? Canadian Family Life, Tiffany, how's it going? Thank you so much for stopping by. Little Homestead by the Beach. The two are just beeswax oil finish. Little bear, I have to do a little figuring. Figuring or figuring. Because last year around this time I made a new trailer video saying that I wanted to be more in the woods. That didn't really happen as much as I wanted to. I did a few hikes. Now I have a new friend that I feel like I'm going to be able to go for hikes a little bit more. I don't know if he watches my videos or not. He knows that I do some YouTube. And I know that he goes on hikes like on a weekly basis. So I need to ask him to bring me along. Bruce, if you're watching, you know what to do. Um, but he goes snowshoeing, skiing, just for walks, jogs, whatever. He'll follow a trail somewhere, and he enjoys being out in nature, and I enjoy being out there as well. So I will send him a message at some point saying, "Hey, like if you go on a hike, invite me because I want to go too." Um, and show some videos about nature and about what it's like going on a hike in the winter. I'm still going to be doing a lot of gardening and stuff. It's all about homesteading and about saving money on food and such. But being out there in the woods, I can show them some stuff to forage, and I always love going out with the strict minimum. I mean, something to like a flint to make a fire, little coffee mug or whatever, and go out there, make a tea, and then like have a little lunch with stuff you find in the woods and wild game meat or something like that. I got my one canoe used for less than you can get a paddleboard. Huh, interesting. Um, but there's also the fact that I need a way to be able to bring it. If I could get one, that's one thing, but I also need to be able to bring it. I don't have a hitch on my Jeep. I don't have a trailer for it. Um, I don't really have the brackets to put on top of my Jeep either. So until I find some of that stuff, I'll go with the paddle board. Look into Sport Pal. Even knew they're one of the cheapest on the market. Sport Pal. Sport Pal canoe. Mm. Interesting. Hard products. Oh. Okay, sports Pal canoes. So there's no way to get a price. Okay, well, I'll take a look at that later. All good ideas. Yeah, it's always fun just going out there. And now if I get a paddle board, I can call my friend Gaetan and go for a fishing trip with him. I feel like we need to rearrange the garages here. My boyfriend has been growing a good tool collection in the last year, and he needs a place to play with them. Okay. Does he have? He has tools. Does he have? Are you talking about mechanical tools like screwdrivers and ratchet and things like that, or you're talking about gardening tools? My little brother has a little Jetta. He takes his canoe all over. $40 little foam pad clip on the canoe, and you can put it on your roof. He even has a sunroof. Oh, cool. He has a 12-foot pointed all. And it's 28 pounds, I believe. Okay, wow. Nice. You'll need to send me a few links. Take a look at that for sure. Although I still want to have a paddle board to go at the beach. But yeah, if I had a little canoe, I would go at the Charlotte Dam with a little trolling motor and go fish there all day long. I'd bring like 5 batteries and yeah, spend the day there. New tax in my little brother's is $1,000 little in flat back. $1,300 tax, and my 14 flat back is $1,500. My used one I found in great shape for $400. Okay, cool. I know I can look for a good second-handed one, but here, like, people with canoes will sell like the full kit with the motor and the trailer, and it'll be like $2,000. There's not really anyone selling like boats for very cheap, or canoes for cheap. More wood cutting tools, a lot of kind of saw and things like that. You got a table saw for Christmas. Okay. So you can get like, I'm just giving you an idea here, depending on what kind of walls you have in a garage. But those saws, most of the time you could put them like on a coat rack, and you can get those cheap metal ones from Dollarama with, you know, like jacket racks thing. There's like a hook, a double hook, 5 times on that rack for like $2, and you can put like long screws in the wall, and it will be very, very tough. And you can put a shovel, you can put a saw, you can put, you know, a few things like that on the wall, and it's saving you a lot of space. This is something that I need to do here, but whenever I buy a coat hanger like that, I end up losing it. Someone takes it and does something with it, so you know, I might have to go get another one. Tools to make a heat greenhouse. Yeah. Right now is a time to look for canoes. It's a off time. I'm buying a few, going to flip them in the spring. Cool. Well, it's cool that you have the skills to do that, because I don't. And also, you know, I don't have the patience to fix a canoe. That's why I'm saying, you know, I can just get like a paddle board, and my Anthony and Alexa already have paddle boards. So anytime I could invite one of them to come with me fishing, and we could just go and have some fun, you know. It feels like it's a new thing. A lot of people now are getting some of those paddle boards, and it's light. It doesn't take much space. It's still quite cheap. So, you know, for like $200-300 on Amazon, you can get a decent one, and then you just need to buy the paddles for another $40-50. It comes with the electric pump and everything, so you have a way to pump it. I mean, 99% of my stuff with my chainsaw. Fancy tool things makes things easier, though. Yeah, I just got a chainsaw last year. After I tried to do the video, I didn't really have a chance to use it. My father-in-law did. He said it was a pretty cool chainsaw. I want to start using it to make a little shelter, like just a place where I could go in the winter or even in summer, like spend some time out there in the woods. Anthony told me you could have like strong tarps from work at a very cheap cost, and he would like for us to make a little tiny cabin, like just a cheap little cabin in the woods. And we have space to do that either on my dad's land or on Sarah's property. If we go on Sarah's property, we need to cross a little stream, although it keeps saying that he wants to break the beaver dam a little bit and make his road go up the land. So we could go up there and I don't know, either hunt bear in a real nice cabin where we could sleep at night. Imagine sleeping around the bears. That'd be awesome. But I don't know. It feels like it's something we need to do. But there's also my dad's land that we could use. Whistle Stop Homestead. Good morning. Haven't seen you too often. I don't remember when's the last time I saw you. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for stopping by. That's how I started out. Was a chainsaw mill and built, sold a lot of lumber with it. Lots of work though, sore arms. Yeah, um, yeah. If I had my own land, I would do my own lumber and do my own little cabin. Although I think you have very strict laws about that here in New Brunswick. It needs to be like approved and certified by this and that, and it's just they went crazy overboard with all that stuff. It's just a way for them to give more money to Irving. Really, who cares if I build a little cabin in the middle of nowhere and it breaks? Um, I don't want to do a cabin and start paying taxes and insurance on it. I just want to have a little something to go and have fun. I don't cut on our property too much. I will go buy standing timber and log it out. Okay. Well, something else you might want to keep in mind is sometimes people have trees on their own property they want to get rid of. Um, like you watch TV shows like Mountain Man and so on. Um, they'll get a call saying, "Hey, I have this tree that's um, too close to my house, or like you could use for lumber, or I have a dead tree. Can you cut it down and just take it? Cut it down, take it. Sometimes it's good for firewoods." If you go back to the beginning of my YouTube, like 6 years ago, it's me logging with my little tractors. I think I saw a few videos where you were logging, but I don't remember how far behind I went. Um, yeah, so I suppose if Bruce invites me, I would be spending more time in the wilds doing hiking and little walks in the woods and so on. A few lunches here and there, and um, cooking on fire in the middle of nowhere is always something I enjoy doing. And then in spring, summer, it'd be more fishing. That's something I want to do. I can do the garden and take some time off. I keep saying every year that this year is my last year playing softball. Uh, I really feel like this time is for real. I don't think I'll be playing again. I'm getting too old for this stuff, and I don't know. I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. I feel like I need to play more often to stay in a decent shape. And most of my friends that used to play for fun a few years back are done playing. So it's not the same thing. There's a lot of people there playing. They're very nice and all, but when it's not your friends, it's not the same thing. I do that all the time too. I will go drop a tree for someone, got the wood, or if they bring me logs, they get some, I get some, everyone's happy. Yeah. No, it's just a lot easier. I don't need to go training to go fishing. I don't need to fish five days a week to stay in a fishing shape. That's what I meant. All right. Well, you know what? I've been on for almost an hour now. Um, I will take 1 minute to wish you all a very happy, a very happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hopefully, everyone has a wonderful time with family and friends. Hopefully, everyone stays healthy and happy. And I will probably see you guys next Friday. Next Friday is the 29th. No, that's November. Yeah, next Friday is the 27th. So I should be there on the 27th. Let's. You see the smoke? It's not smoking as much. right. Merry Christmas. Have a great day and have a fun week. Stay safe and see you next time.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kid. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a